Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about some important personality types which are not part of Big Five. So the personality types that we are going to discuss today are locus of control, self-efficacy, authoritarianism, Machiavellianism, self-esteem, risk, propensity, and a couple of other personality types. So let us now start our discussion with the first type of personality that we are going to discuss today, and that is locus of control. First of all, you need to understand that the word locus here means control. So this type of personality, the people who have this type of personality, they believe that the center of control is either within them or it is not part of them. So there are two types of this personality type. The first type here is the internal locus of control. The people who have internal locus of control, they believe that their own actions control their lives. So if they do something good, something good is going to happen. And if they do not perform, if they do not work hard, then they are not going to succeed. So in this type of personality type, the people have a strong self belief, and they feel that they control, to some extent they control their own fate. And on the opposite side, the opposite of the internal locus of control is external locus of control. Here the belief is that people who have this type of personality, they feel that they are not control of things, that whatever happens to their lives, it happens because of external reasons. So whether it is, let's say, failure at work or failure in the class, they kind of blame other things. So what they believe, that if certain external forces, if they are working, then that would affect their lives in a good way possibly, or also in a bad way. So the people who have this belief, overall, to summarize this point, they believe that their lives are controlled by certain factors. And the people who have internal locus of control, they believe that those factors are within them. And those who have the external locus of control, they feel that, they believe that the center of control is some other factors which are out of their control. Now let's move on to the next personality type, which is self-efficacy. And it is a belief about one's own abilities and skills. So it's a belief that you can do it. People who have higher self-efficacy, they believe that they could achieve things, that they could perform well, and they could obtain their goals. But on the other side, if someone has lower self-efficacy, they would always have self-doubt. They would be doubting their own self, their own skills, their own abilities. So it's very important to be successful. It's very important that one has higher level of self-efficacy, because if you do not believe in yourself, it's very difficult that you actually achieve things. So in order to achieve things, you need to have believe in your own self, in your own skills, and believe in the fact that you can do it. Now let's turn our attention to the next type of personality, which is called authoritarianism. The people who have this type of personality, they uh, want to be in charge. They, when they are put in a situation, they want to lead it. They want to be control in the control of things. They want other people to listen to them, to follow their instructions. So these people, if we just increase the level of authoritarianism, then there is a chance that these people would become uh, quite bossy. They would have this bossy attitude, that they would feel that they are, in charge of other people. They have this authority. So it's basically a strong belief in the power and the status that you have. So if you have that kind of belief, then you might show this type of behavior, which reflects that you are in charge, or other people, they have to listen to you. Okay. The personality type that we are going to discuss now is considered one of the dark personalities. This is a personality type actually which is considered bad. So one, in, let's say, in the work environment, one does not want these kind of people to be part of an organization, because they are the people who, because of their own interest, they are willing to manipulate, they are willing to deceive or exploit people if it's benefiting them. So if something is good for them and bad for others, they would not hesitate, they would not think for a moment, but they are just going to do it. So these are the people who have this very bad personality of harming others because of their own benefits. So it's that is why it is considered one of the dark personality types. Now let's talk about some other personality types, but let's complete this topic and then we will move on. So the last personality type that we want to discuss in this topic is called self-esteem. So these are the people who have a strong belief in themselves in terms of their own value. So self-esteem has been defined as a set of qualities which an individual observes within himself or herself. And the idea of self-esteem is that a person has respect for one's own value and importance, as a willingness to be a responsible person and to behave responsibly towards others. Another important thing about self-esteem, that it's important to have self-respect or self-esteem, because it guides us from within. So it tells us what we should do and what we should not do. So we know that what we do is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So self-esteem is a very broad concept, and it is a quality that one should have, because it has, you know benefits, or it's it is kind of thing that help an individual achieving important things. But if you just increased it to a very high level of self-esteem, then it sometimes a person becomes very rude or egoistic or narcissist. And if a person has very low self-esteem, then there is a possibility that he or she might be going to do anything, because that person does not really respect oneself. Now let's move on and talk about the next personality type, which is risk propensity. And it simply means that there are people who are willing to take more risk, and there are people who have low risk propensity. So they would be willing, they would be interested to take less risk. So, and that risk can be, let's say, in terms of investment, in terms of business opportunity, in terms of what you do in life. So there are two sides of risk propensity. One is where a person wants to take more risk, then that is the higher risk propensity. and on the other side, a person is willing to take less risk, so that is low risk propensity. Now let's move on and discuss two personality types which are related to each other, but at the same time they are quite different, and they are called type A and type B personality. The people who have type A personality, they are quite competitive, and sometimes they are even aggressively competitive. Those people, because they have this competitive mindset, they work hard, they devote a lot of effort on whatever they are doing, and also these people have very strong sense of time urgency. So sometimes these people would be worried a lot of about being late, or whatever they are doing they would avoid wasting time. And if somehow they are in a situation where they feel that their time is being wasted or they are waiting for something to happen, then that makes them frustrated. So these are people who are competitive, who are devoted to work, and they have higher sense of time urgency. And because of these factors, because of these three factors, they want to achieve things faster than others because of their innate competitive mindset. On the other hand, we have type B personality. These people are totally different from type A personality. And they are generally less competitive. They have they have lesser or weaker sense of time urgency, and they, because of that, they do not devote a lot of time on whatever activity they are doing. So in a way they tend to have a more relaxed approach towards life. They are not pressurized because of time, they are not pressurized because they want to achieve lots of things, they want to prove to others, or they want to compete with others. And that is why the type B personality people are able to live a balanced or relaxed life. So these are some of the personality types we have discussed today. And at this moment, I am very much interested to know your personality type. So I would like you to, according to your own approach, what you think about it, please mention your personality type in the comments section. Thank you.